That's a fantastic mixture of noises and sounds as one of, I assume, the first psychedelic singles ever to chart in the UK, David.
I think it probably was one of the very first. I suppose, of course, what you had was the Beatles breaking through with Penny Lane and more particularly Strawberry Fields earlier in the year, and the previous year, fantastic, that last track on Revolver, Tomorrow Never Knows, which is just, I think, still actually probably pretty much the summit of what psychedelic music is about. But so the Pink Floyd will do it for me.
And when they got big and famous and international, is it right that Shine On You Crazy Diamond is about Syd Barrett?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And apparently he turned up in the during the recording of it, where carrying a carrier bag with his head and eyebrows shaved, and nobody recognised him because he was also considerably overweight. Just a personal story. My best friend when I was at school lived next door to a Christian retreat and recovery place, and his little brother, who would have been about 7 or 8, said, "Oh, there's some bloke called Syd Barrett living next door." We all went, ha 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 ha. Well, it turned out he was quite right, and for several years after leaving London, Syd Barrett did. I'm not sure if he was constantly resident there, but he certainly visited it quite a lot and spent considerable time there. So I could have met Syd Barrett, and probably I wouldn't have recognised him either.
And on the subject of chart success, in 1970, your Christmas present was a record player.
Yeah, as I said earlier, we only had this ancient radiogram that you could tune to Hilversum or Luxembourg, and the record player only played 78s. So I felt we were kind of pretty much due to come into the modern world. So I got this record player for Christmas, and I also got a record, I remember, and I was very excited because I'd asked for, as it happens, Atom Heart's Mother by Pink Floyd, and I opened it in great excitement and found Music for Pleasure, the 1812 Overture. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but the record player was great, and the first record I actually went out and bought for myself was Ride a White Swan by T-Rex, which cost me 9 shillings and tuppence.
For those of us who know what 9 shillings and tuppence means, it was a very good value. Let's have a listen to Mr. Bolden and Ride a White Swan.